Greetings, hello, welcome on in, guys. Unoptimized fool from the closet. Glad you can make it in. Listen, we need to talk about something real quick. So obviously 11.1 is coming out eventually. I don't think we have a set date and time yet. But we have an issue, all right? And we're getting a lot of data mines, and we're getting a lot of information. And some of this information is kind of startling. So we just got a preview of the world variants of the armor, right? So here they are, right? Perfect. They look fantastic. They look like they're supposed to be from Undermine. They're looking fantastic. Wow, that looks great. I am a big fan of these sets. I mean, I don't think anyone isn't. I mean, it fits the setting. Now, on the other hand, we have these sets. Now, what are these sets? These sets right here are the tier sets for the raid, right? Obviously, we have three varieties. Can't speak today. Also, I got a haircut. Congrats for noticing if you did. If you didn't, shame on you. We have three varieties, obviously. Looking for raid. I guess technically four then. I'm sorry. Looking for raid, normal, heroic, and then mythic. I tend to forget about looking for raid. That place is a cesspool. Tried doing the queen kill on looking for raid. Yikes. Anyway, there's a problem with these sets, and I think we need to talk about them. They don't fit in with Undermine. If you look at these sets, they're going to pan through. These don't really fit. I mean, sure, they match the class. Sure, the class fantasy there. I mean, I think that's kind of step one of it. But you also still want to make it make sense. Especially in modern WoW. I mean, look, just go back from Battle for Azeroth. Each, kind of tier. I know tier sets are relatively new inside of Dragonflight. Just look at the armor, though. Usually, the armor looks somewhat like the raid that you're doing, and compare this with that, and there's a big difference, right? It just seems like it doesn't really fit. There's a couple of things, like for example, the Druid set, there's a bunch of natural trees. Like, sure, it's a Druid-esque set, it makes sense, but it doesn't really fit Undermine. Undermine is under the ground. There's no real trees. They're all mechanical. It would be cool if there were like mechanical trees on the Druid set. Don't get me even started on the Evoker set. Oh my god. Like, first of all, who designed that? And there's a couple L's in this one, too. Just even take away the class fantasy of all. Just the base designs don't really look good. So, I kind of just ask, what gives on the tier sets? I mean, the tier sets are just looking really lame. The world, again, I'm going to bring it back up. These look great. This drops from the world. Of course, there's different varieties of it, but they all look good. They look mechanical. They look goblin-esque. These... If you told me, if you put a blind test and asked which raid tier this was from, no one would ever guess Undermine. No one would ever guess that it came out in 11.1. If you just took a blind test. No, I would believe that this might have come out in Dragonflight, maybe. So it really doesn't make sense to me. Again, I know they've changed some sets in the past, but all of these, I mean, I think the closest one we've gotten that fits the theme is maybe the warrior one. It looks like a mech suit almost, technically. But even that, it kind of looks lame. I mean, the rogue set looks amazing, right? Does it fit the fantasy of goblins? Not really, but it still looks good, right? So, I don't know. I mean, are you guys upset about this too? I mean, I just don't get this. Why our tier sets look so out of place with the current content we're doing. I'm not sure. So again, I want to hear your opinions about this. Maybe I'm being too critical, but I feel at least the tier sets should have at least some root in some of the content that we're doing. But, Optimized Fool, back from my small little break. Glad you're back from the closet. Glad to see you. I'll see you guys next time.